Good day, Mike. How you going?
Okay, you should
Oh,
start.
now. I'm Tyson Pedro's father. We haven't had the full test, but I'm pretty sure. I was born and raised in California. My family, I'm one of 15. I have 3 beautiful children.
Got my body type from my mum. That's it.
Wow. Wow. This is only early in the interview.
Thickness. I'm Tyson. I'm a light heavyweight in the UFC. We're currently training at City Kickboxing. It's been an amazing camp so far. Hard, but I'm a better fighter for it. So hopefully we'll be moving over soon. New Zealand's been nice to us. If there's one thing, I don't know if New Zealanders know about blinkers or getting out of the fast lane. So that's probably my only 2 things about New Zealand. But other than that, amazing place.
As a kid, when he was born, that's how he got the name Tyson. He has the same little scar on his head, and he came out like that, scowling. And I went, I'm going to name him Tyson. And from there on, his namesake, he was just a tough boy, but he was the most gentle person. You'd always find him with the younger kids, carrying them, looking after the babies. Always at school, he looked after the people getting bullied. It was always his nature to care for someone, look after someone. He got that from my side. Then there was his violent mother, and where he learned aggression and all this anger coped up inside. And I tried
He who writes the history books, eh?
Oh, well, it's my story this time.
All right.
You know, hopefully
Mum
his mother
doesn't
doesn't
get to
see
tell
this. But he showed a keen interest in martial arts. Coming from where I came from, it's important to learn to defend yourself, but at the same time, be disciplined enough to not be this guy just bashing people and beating up. And he took charge at an early age. He was, I was tough on him, and it was hard, but he took it every time. He's been worked under grandmasters. A lot of people just worked under black belts. He's actually trained with grandmasters. He's on his 3rd black belt. He excelled in many things, even academic-wise. He was very intelligent, very smart boy, also my side. And then, he was sometimes slow in speech, mother's side. From that, just in all sports, he excelled in all sports. And also in there, people gravitated around him. And it was good that he was a good example amongst them, even his friends. I want to share one story is that he was always trying out for things, and he'd make it, and his friends might not make it, so he'd drop out because he wanted to be with his friends. I was like, your friends are going to be with you further on in life, and in certain places you got to just have a go. I believe one time he went and tried out. He went to help his friend at Sydney Swans and helped them and they needed people to play defense. He went to play, and these guys were trying out, and they ended up wanting him. So that's the kind of kid he was, but humble. He was also humble, had a lot of things going, but he was always just that humble boy. And even with his siblings, looking after him and caring. So I was pretty lucky as a parent to get this guy as firstborn. And
I don't know if it's the cameras or what, but this is the nicest stuff Dad's ever said about me, so thank you for coming out. I've never heard this side of my father.
You don't want me to come out too much. You know what I mean?
Dad said I took a keen interest in martial arts. There wasn't much of a choice at the start, but yeah, Dad was definitely, what did you say, tough? Tough.
No, nurturing.
Nurturing.
I would use words is very important, son. Nurturing.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the word I'd use, but we were something like that. And Dad was tough on us coming up with martial arts, definitely. And but it made me who I am. Today I wouldn't be in the UFC if it wasn't for him. Definitely there was other ways that we could have gone about it in some aspects, but it was definitely different. Like, the other kids are playing, but we were out still training. Everyone else goes home. Dad's still making us do stuff, but it's what gave me the same attitude now to keep training. It's what pushed me through my injury. It was always good to look up to Dad. He's always been my hero since a kid to be the best version of myself, and I got that through martial arts. So Dad's also got 7 black belts in 7 different martial arts, and we've only known, everything that I've got in my life has been through martial arts. So now I'm just trying to pass that on to my baby.
There's constantly learning, even now as he got older. Like he said, I wasn't given no handbook. I grew up in an area where it was tough, violent, aggressive. I had to learn that wasn't the way to do things because I only knew what was passed down to me. I didn't know this four-letter word called love, or, that stuff wasn't from where I came from. I learned it because my own children were teaching it to me. I was at least smart enough to see it and learn it from it. So I learned more from them than probably they learned from me, I think. Even now, I'm learning from him. I learned from my grandkids. And I think that's the important part. We gotta keep on willing to learn and not think we know it all. And a lot of times that's older generation things.
Looking back on it now, probably like the adversity that I went through and what Dad put us through, like it was lessons, like the adversity, but I want to be able to pass the same on to my babies and maybe babies, but I want to be able to pass on that adversity, but try and maybe figure it out without the trauma.
Things you've seen on TV.
Yeah, things that I've seen outside of the household.
It's no good. It's no good.
But yeah, it's and I think like I see it with sports and like just being pushing them and also showing by example. So pushing ourselves to be the best and being here, grinding it out, being away from her at the moment. I've been away she turned 1 last week and I've been away for 6 months this year of her life. So I think just showing her that we're making the sacrifices to try and be the best so that we can go to trips around the world and we can do this cool stuff. She's already been to Vegas, Hawaii, we're going to Paris, Italy, and to be able to do that for my daughter is like a dream come true.
I'd have to say it's never ending. One, when he was born. So that was pretty much a proud moment when I looked into his eyes and saw that smiling. And he shares a lot of stories, but not those ones where I was cuddling him. I kissed him softly, read him books, walked him to school.
Dad, it's just us. Dad, it's just us.
These are the things, it's us and the 10 million. Okay? Another moment is when he became a father. Seeing him change, seeing that glow in his face, that differentness. Seeing him get on the phone and talk to the baby and see his face light up.
Papa! Oh my gosh, my baby!
See that constant pressure with the fighting. The biggest fight organization in the world, UFC, and he's there. That was a proud moment. When he called me and I was sitting there and got the phone, he said, Dad, I gotta tell you something. I'm in the UFC. Proudest moment. Another proud moment. That proud moment is just...
Because remember as well, like my dad didn't want me to fight. Like him, he wanted me to go to school.
So yeah, I didn't want to. I knew the troubles I went through, the injuries I went through. I got steel bar screws holding my arm, the injuries to my head, my body. I didn't want my boy going through that.
And as well, like the money was terrible in mixed martial arts. Like when we were starting out, we've had fighters. I've been doing training with Dad since I was 4 and like there was no real scene ever, like there's no real direct path. Even if you got in the UFC, it wasn't big then.
So many crooks, managers, everybody taken from the fighters. And so I didn't want him that lifestyle. I wanted him to go, and plus his mother's an educator. So she really wanted it. I knew the importance of education. But when he said he wanted to fight, I also knew what that could take you. I'm the dreamer. The mom was to have a 9 to 5, do all the right things. Me, I was going, let's have a shot. Let's have a go.
And I got the best of both worlds. It's hard, obviously. The firstborn's a girl, and like I said, that I was struggling at first because like the first 3 months I was just starting fight camp, so we were going to bed at like 1 or 2 hours sleep, then training in the morning. I remember looking at my wife and go, I can't do this. I was like, let's wrap that up. I was like, send her like so it was tough, and also I was scared at first. I was scared of not knowing how to be a father, knowing like I had a tough upbringing as well. So it's like, okay, how do I do it? So am I going to change it? Am I going to do the same? And I think, I don't know. Every day I'm learning, and I'm just trying to be the best I can for her and give her the best opportunities.
The funny thing is, he'll give her a growling, and now things have changed. I'm going, hey.
Yeah.
I don't talk to her like that. Don't raise a hand to her. It's funny how now I was like,
now he's a big softie.
If you had to have one word, how would you describe each other's parenting stuff?
One word. Well, he's only new at it, so I'd say
Amateur.
Amateur. I see how we both just knew. Amateur. You're just learning. Go, son. Dig deep on this one.
All right.
Try to think before you throw out a word.
I need like one of those ticking clocks or something, because indiscriminate.
Audience don't even know.
You did not discriminate.
Say,
If it was me, Isaac.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. All the kids got the same hiding. Nobody. That's true, and you need to.
What's your favourite thing to do together?
I think he just loves making fun of me.
That's up there.
And it's not together. It's one way.
Oh, he's like, yeah, that's definitely up there for me.
Loves
But
playing jokes on me. Loves,
Pranks,
but
pranks.
for me, why he's doing that, together, we're laughing, if that makes sense. It makes me laugh to see him laugh and happy. So enjoying life, traveling the world together, you know, doing things together. Not a lot of fathers can do that with their child. And I'm living his dream. And then enjoying it together.
My last camp was like my goal to make him TikTok famous. So I was just pranking and doing funny videos in the fight camp, and I ended up getting him up one video to 1 million views. So we did it.
We're walking down the street and people run up to you. I was going, like, I think we need to punch on, but they're going, why would you wear boots in the bed? They're like, what?
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
And he shot video of me with my boots falling asleep.
Who wears cowboy boots to bed? But we pulled up to the UFC gate, and the security guard comes out and he goes, winds down the window. He goes, Tyson's dead. And I was like, I did it.
TikTok, you're the funniest. I was like,
yeah, so I'd say that, but also I think we got to say movies.
yeah, we do movies.
Yeah, we've done a lot of
Together
movies.
we hang out and just go watch a movie.
It was good. I'm here because of this man. So the reason why we're in New Zealand now, the reason why I'm in the UFC traveling around the world, is because of everything he told me.
And I gotta be honest, I'm here today because of him. So through all the things that life is throwing you and the troubles, you know, my boy is what kept me going, kept me trying to do the right thing, not talking to me through some bars, not seeing me on a hospital bed or anything. He told me, you know, seeing him and watching him told me I gotta do better. I gotta keep trying. I can't give up. You know, many times I wanted to quit and give up. But, you know, I have other children and I love them, but, you know, he was my first and my boy, and I'm proud of him. You know, it's the biggest joy seeing him up there doing what he loves. I just sit back and I just go, wow, he came from those balls.
It was going so well.
They don't,
See,
But
that's exactly right. It's a defense mechanism because he can't show too much love. If he
Trust
shows
me.
too much, then he has to just
he knows
chop.
it. That's the thing, you know, he just makes me want to be, just like he said, to be the best version of him. He makes me want to be the best version of myself. He's hard on me. He don't know it, but he's probably the only one that can scold me and tell me outside of my daughter.
Yeah.
And I don't say nothing. With him, I can argue and debate. With my daughter, I said yes.
Last
man.
camp, I busted his balls. Like, because, yeah.
Maybe work.
If I'm in fight
Push
camp,
me.
we're all in fight camp.
Man, he had to put me on a diet.
Guy hides food so that we're on the diet, and you'll open up the oven and there'll be hidden lollies and everything.
Stuff inside the
There's
oven.
chocolate ice creams, and I was like, what are we doing with? It's like Da Vinci Code of snacks.
Then someone showed me a Samoan store.
Yeah.
I went there, got chop suey, everything. Boy, the pork buns, stuck it under and hid it under everything.
We were doing weigh-ins, and it was going up in weight. I was like, how is this even happening? So then I clicked on and started
I
finding.
retain a lot of fluid.
Yeah.
Really,
To
be honest.
he physically can't bloat.
to be honest. I didn't want to tell you medical problems, but it's for everybody. Just be yourself. Be yourself.